What is going on, Retro Bowl Alliance? It's your boy, LA Legionnaires, coming to you with our weeks 7 to 12. So, quick note that I realized while people were talking about this update is that it resets you to 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes for your quarters, which is probably the reason I am just about dead last in the Premier right now. Because I played my first 6 games. Thank God one of them was a bye with 2 minute quarters. So I'm hurting a little bit. We're coming into this game needing to have a comeback, and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna really quickly is we're gonna take advantage of this new ability to have 12 people on your roster by picking up a free agent, and we are going to pick up an offensive lineman. And I know that there's kind of mixed opinions about offensive linemen, but with this new update, you got that quarterback, and my quarterback's he's a new guy, so we're gonna shell out a little bit of money to pick up an offensive lineman and protect my 2.5 star quarterback. I think he is right now, which definitely hurts a little bit, but do what you got to do sometimes. So, our fan base is doing all right considering we lost 2 games towards the end of last season and lost a game already this season in our week 5 matchup against the Mustangs, losing that one 38-28. We're going to get rolling against the Tide in week 7 here, who have a just god-awful defense, but a pretty solid offense at 3.5 stars. We're hoping that half-star defense is something we can take advantage of to get some points on the board, especially in this new and improved hard mode. Got anything to add there, Royals?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me right or no?
Yeah, I got you.
So I just realized too, I was on 2 minutes quarters as well.
So I'm going to blame that for the reason that I lost the Retro Bowl. It's definitely not the fact that this new update took me completely by surprise. And yeah, so you learn something new every day, right? I'm hoping that that'll mean that my scores going forward are a little better. We're gonna try to get the ball rolling early though on this set of games, because we're behind for sure. We're behind a little bit in terms of where we should be, considering where everyone else is. So we're gonna do what we can. Shorter passes, I think, are the way to go now. And I against this defense, it seems like I'm having adequate time to throw the football, but I'm still not getting anything open deep down the field. So a lot of throws that I would normally make that might get me down the field, they're just not opening up right now. So we'll do what we have to do, and touchdown to Britt there. So we're gonna get up to an early 2 touchdown lead at this point, and we're gonna be 16-0 with a 2-point conversion from Lange. Quick comments about last season, because we didn't really get to talk about it. I didn't have time to stream my weeks 1 to 6, which I'm sure somebody would have pointed out to me that I was on 2-minute quarters if I'd done so. So lesson learned, right, guys? But huge shout out to McKever, I believe it was, who came up with the Defensive Player of the Year award, totaling 9 interceptions over the course of last season, which was just monster numbers. This guy, he's been with the team a couple seasons, but that's just unreal. And Tampa is pointing out that he's not getting. So, okay, I think I've got it fixed. Sorry about the wait, guys. Unfortunate that just sometimes stuff doesn't want to work. Right, okay.
That's technology for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if it's working. You got it now?
It's working, yep. I see it.
Fantastic. Because if not, that'd be really disappointing. Thank you for pointing that out, Tampa, on the news center. and we're gonna get this back to the we're gonna get back to the action, and we're gonna promptly throw an interception instead of getting another touchdown, just for funsies. Um, we're gonna go into the half leading 16-6, and we'll make that 16-12 as the Tide come up with an early score in the half. Well, this is not as good a game as I would like against the Tide. Definitely, they're a team that usually I completely demolish, and for whatever reason this season, and I'm sure it's the update, I'm just not getting the results that I normally do. But that's all right. We're gonna look for an opening right here over the top to Light, who's going to get a 17-yard completion. Definitely a part of it is my quarterback is kind of a new guy, and so his stats are not very good right now. And as a result, like, I'm not able to throw more than like 10 or 15 yards down the field. So that definitely hurts a little bit, but also just the aspect of just the defense is being so good right now. It's really, really making it difficult for me for sure. But we're going to try to drive down the field one more time. And I've actually realized, looking at it right now, that I have 3 timeouts again. So I don't know if Retro Bowl walked back the 2 timeouts per half, or if he's made it 3 timeouts a half.
Oh, that's weird. I just noticed. Yeah, I just see that.
That's news to me, so I will be sure to keep a lookout and see if I can figure out anything there. I'm sure brighter minds than I already know what's going on, but that's all right, or more informed minds than me. So we're gonna take a decent lead. And the RBA News Center points out that the running game for him has gotten a lot easier. That would be cool, except I don't run. It's not even like I think the running game is bad or anything. My play style doesn't involve running.
Yeah, I know. Running is just. I mean, I'll try it, but it's hard.
Yeah. We're gonna play Week 8 versus the Gladiators with a 4-star defense and a half-star offense. So we're gonna get a sack at the beginning, and they're gonna punt.
I just saw that new end screen. I like that.
I didn't even look at it too closely, so I'll be sure to take a better look at it going forward.
I like those new stars as well.
I did not like them the first time I saw them, but they're growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally I was like, that's stupid. It's distracting for it to be doing that. And I know it's the newest update, News Center, because my stars are different colors, which only just came out. That's a brand new thing. So that's how I'm able to tell that I have the most recent update. But I will be sure to call at least one timeout in this first half to see what the deal is with that. Maybe get some answers there for myself and all my viewers. I say all my viewers like there's a bunch of you. Thank you to all of you who are online right now and watching this. I will say getting a 5-yard pickup on the first run I've done like this season bodes well for the run game. And Light is going to plow his way through some defenders for a touchdown. And we're going to...
So I was reading the update log. So 2 timeouts per half. If you're playing on 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes per half.
Oh, 3 timeouts a half if you're playing on 3 minutes? That might be why I saw 2. That's why you and I were seeing 2 timeouts, and we were like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dang. So we're just stupid. Don't mind us. And I'm gonna totally miss a wide open receiver that should have been a touchdown. Disappointing, but it is what it is. We're gonna get a 9-yard completion on 2nd and 10 to set up a 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, really. We're gonna throw a dump pass to the running back, who's gonna walk it in for a touchdown. My game is lagging for me, guys. That's not just you. It is making it very difficult to throw anything anywhere. And we're going to cause another punt. And with 2 minutes 23 remaining in the first half, we are going to attempt to make something happen here. We're going to call our first timeout with 2 minutes 14 remaining. After a nice pickup by our tight end.
It's like if we got the timeouts now, we got to use them because like there's no reason not to.
Well, and on top of that, like from a competitive standpoint, everyone's going to be using them. You can't be that guy who isn't using his timeouts, like, because it just gives everybody a little bit extra time.
Right, those few minutes, those few seconds, like save you a bunch.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna see a breakaway on the right side. We're gonna throw it over the top to Britt for a 14-yard touchdown completion. So we're gonna go ahead in this one. Let's see if I can make this 2-point happen. The lag is really making these 2 points difficult because they go so quickly. We're gonna complete it. It's a 22-0 game, and we are gonna force them short of the first down and a punt here. 55 seconds remaining in the half. And we are going to get a catch by Light and a stiff arm, and he's going to pick up 17 yards. We're going to call a timeout. We're on the 35-yard line. 40 seconds remaining in the half. It's going to be all about what I can do with my remaining timeout. We're going to have a defended pass by the Gladiators, and that's going to set us up for 3rd and 10. We're going to get the completion. Or 2nd and 10, we get the completion down to the 20-yard line, just outside the red zone. 25 seconds remaining in the half. And just about to get sacked, a dime of a pass to Light from rookie quarterback Abram, who, you know, he does not have a star count for crap, but he is the future of this franchise. Absolutely. We're throwing all our he may be only 2.5 stars right now, and I know that might be a controversial move to pick up a QB who's got so few stats, but we believe in the guy.
QB.
We believe in him. He has the potential of a 4.5-star QB.
All right.
And so he's the QB of the future, you know, like it's going to be a rough season or two while he kind of gets brought up to speed, but with my training facility still maxed out, I'm hoping that we can make that happen. And Tampa, we believe me, I would have my season done, but A, I stream, and B, like especially with this longer schedule, I'm trying to make the RBA fund last 2 weeks.
Right.
Cause like it would be so easy to just play all my games and be done with it, but A, you know, gotta have content throughout the couple of weeks, and I don't run anything like a podcast or the news center, so like I'm kind of forced to rely on my games.
So you're getting sacked of it. Is that O-line not helping?
So I'm getting sacked a bit. I've definitely felt like I have more time to throw. Maybe not a lot more, but a little more. A lot of it is just me kind of waiting for stuff that's going to get me a first down, which maybe isn't always the best move. Sometimes I feel like I wait a little long trying to see something that I'm like, that's going to be a first down, and then I'll throw, and then it's too late. I will say that I feel like passing to the running back has become a bigger element of my game with this date. We've got 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We are up 30-0, which is just baller. Our defense has been, you know, just putting
Yeah, so your defense is doing pretty good. It looks like. Now we just gotta get past the offense, because the offense is just hard. It's hard to make those pass plays.
Oh yeah, and Chicago Rams brought up the point that Dahl is a 4.5 star QB, so my QB could be something big. And my retort to that is Allison was 5 stars and I still sucked. So hopefully that hopefully he will remain. Abram will be a baller. That's why we drafted him. Is first round. It's like he doesn't have the greatest current stats, but I mean he has the potential to be an. He has the. I'm trying to even think of like what a good example is of a guy who like came into the league and was kind of crap. Like he has the potential to be like a Ryan Tannehill. Like that's the best example I can think of. He didn't do well for a while, and then suddenly, like in year 26 or 7, he just balled out. Like that's kind of what I'm expecting of this guy. And I know it's like, okay, maybe I'm like kind of locking up some salary space for nothing right now, but like he's also a little cheaper than the other QBs on the market at his age, and I'm hoping that means his contracts for the rest of his career will be a little cheaper too. But I guess we'll find out about that.
I'm not sure. I don't know too much about.
I think it would be interesting that like if a guy is like a third round, if a guy like starts out with less like stars or something, that his contracts cost less on the whole. Because it's not like he's coming into the league as like a total stud. He's coming into the league as like a solid QB, like not great. And we're gonna have Gladiators score at the very end, so not a shutout, but it is still a 44-3 victory, which is solid. I'm happy with it. Definitely needing stuff to happen. And Lucas McKever has recovered from his injury and is fit to play, which is good because I think he was the MVP in our game, but the defensive player of the year for the RBA last season. Really, he's 4 stars. His stats are pretty just nice across the board. He's only played 4 games this season so far and no interceptions yet, which is really a bummer. But I think some of the games where he would have scored some interceptions, he was out. A nice thing is that our week. I thought it just said 7. I think it's 9, and I just misread it. But I'm gonna throw a pick and feel like a dummy real early in the game. But our week 9 is against the Alcoholic Pandas, who in our game are just not fantastic. Really, kind of a second-rate team. They're one of those teams that I put up my biggest score in the RBA against the Alcoholic Pandas, a 74-0 victory, I believe. So really kind of hoping to see some stuff happen here. I've seen some really nice breakaway plays early, and despite turning over the ball, like inside my own red zone, essentially, they only got a field goal. We're gonna have a nice run after the catch from Britt, who's gonna pick up a touchdown here, and we're gonna miss the 2 point. Really, no good reason for that. Just missed it. But we're gonna get some more good pickups. Really, it feels like my QB has gotten stronger just over the course of like waiting for this game. Like I feel like I'm throwing longer right now than I was last game, and I don't think he leveled up.
Hey, it might be the stamina.
It might. I don't know how his stamina is right now. Actually, he might be pretty low on his current stamina, so that could be it. It makes me wonder if it's worth upgrading throw strength or stamina first, just in terms of like maybe it's worth getting stamina because he'll be able to just throw medium range balls a little longer into the game.
That's
And we're gonna get another touchdown and a 2 point conversion that's gonna put us at 14-3, and another punt by the Alcoholic Pandas. We demolished them last year. We're off to a solid start this year. I wouldn't say we're demolishing them, but I would say we're winning soundly. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. and so far out to a rather commanding lead. And Lange is going to get a good run going here, 18 yards after a catch. So we are down to a minute and 58 in the first half, hoping for a deep ball to open up here, and it will to Britt, 20-yard completion. I mean, it is to YouTube. It says the connection is back. I'm hoping that means it'll kind of right itself. It shows a frozen frame for me of a second quarter, 2 minutes, 33 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yep, I see the same thing. I don't know what.
And now it just updated for me. Third quarter, 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining.
What in the world?
I don't even know, but it seems to be working right now, so I'm not gonna complain.
Just roll with it for now.
Unless it just froze again. Oh no, it looks like it's working. So we're gonna roll on while it's working for us. Definitely unsure what all is going on with YouTube. If it continues to this rate, we might just drop the stream for tonight, because it's there's a point where it's like I don't want to mess with it that much. But as it stands, 22-9. And we're going to get a nice catch by Britt. I haven't heard Light's name a lot recently.
Light slacking. It's too dark.
He's really been slacking. It's disappointing. If Britt keeps up like this, he might take over wide receiver 1 position. But we're going to get a touchdown from Light.
Ooh.
And we're gonna hear his name yet again on this announcement reel. Unable to complete the 2-point, so we are gonna get 28-9. 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter is where we sit currently. Not too bad, not too great either. And I think a lot of it is Brit has kind of migrated to the top of my screen, and that tends to be where I throw.